What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Barstool Cinema's Top Tier Tuesday. Our top 5 fantasy movies is the topic for today. I'm Professor Sage Black.
And I'm Bulleit Blake.
Today we're going to roll through our favorite fantasy movies just for some funsies and because, well, we want to share. We're going to start off with our number 5. Go ahead and hit me with it.
My number 5 is The Beastmaster.
It's a great movie. We got our Mark Singer. We've got those crazy flipping bat creatures.
The little ferrets.
The little ferrets. All the little different animals.
Yep.
Weird cow labor scenes where human babies are born.
Yeah, a little disturbing at the beginning of the movie, but if you can get past that, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a little fucking weird.
Little fucking weird. Says PG, not PG.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even PG-13. Like, I feel like there's full nudity in that. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like there is.
I don't think it's full nudity. I think there's topless.
You definitely see what's-her-nuts top come down.
Yeah. Which, isn't that the same chick that was in They Live?
Was it?
Same blue eyes.
Maybe. God, I love They Live.
It's a great movie. But not a fantasy movie.
But Beastmaster is really good. Lots of you probably don't know it unless you like the older movies. But honestly, I don't think Conan got on either of our list. But this is on my list.
It's on both of our lists because my number 5 is also Beastmaster.
So there we go. See,
we both really enjoyed the movie. It was one of our mainstays growing up.
Oh,
we wore that VHS tape out.
Definitely.
There were one spot that was paused all the time, and the video showed it.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah, we were a couple of proverts as kids.
Proverts?
Hashtag provert. Anyway, let's move on to our number 4. What do you got for me?
Number 4 for me is Dragonheart.
I mean, I like it, but really top 5?
Dennis Quaid. Sean Connery. Come on, Sean Connery.
Yeah, but does the movie really warrant it as a top 5?
Yes.
Really? that's all you're gonna defend yourself with?
I love Dragonheart, and I hate all the sequels. I think there's like 3 or 4 sequels to it now, but the first one's so good. It aged really well. The special effects still hold up to this day. The entire movie, there's no fucking bullshit like blurry or fucking cartoony aspects to it. Still looks good.
I think in the special effects, the only thing that's off, and it's off only because at the time, and sometimes even now, they can't get it quite right, is shadowing. Some of the shadowing and lighting doesn't look quite right. But even then, the effects have held up fairly well.
We just watched it like, I want to say 3 months ago. I just put it back in.
Also, tidbit about that movie, the guy who plays the main villain, the prince who becomes king, was also the guy who played Remus Lupin in the Harry Potter films.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
And you don't care.
I don't care.
Fuck you.
Fuck you first.
Drink your fucking shitty beer.
I will.
Let's move on to my number 4 because I'm tired of talking about his. Bourbon.
Vodka.
Bourbon's better than vodka any fucking day of the week. I don't care what you say. Dude, that's not healthy.
Fuck you!
Do you need a towel?
I'm fine.
Anyway, moving along. My number 4 is Labyrinth.
Good movie. I would love to argue with you about it because I have like a fucking hair in my mouth. But
that's gonna hit you in like 20 minutes.
It's fucking good. It's fucking good. I like Labyrinth. That's why I put it on not my list.
You didn't put it on your list.
I didn't put it on my list. That fucking burns my throat, bro.
Are you good? Do I need to get you a bucket?
Fuck that.
Anyway, Labyrinth is a great movie. You've got David Bowie pants.
Codpiece.
It's not actually a codpiece. Funny story, what looks like a codpiece is actually... David Bowie was shy about certain things. And for those who don't know, David Bowie didn't manipulate the glass balls. there was actually a juggler who was behind him who would put his hand out front and would touch David Bowie's balls. Now, David Bowie was so worried about his actual balls sweating and stinking the guy out, because apparently the dude's head was right behind his ass or crotch or something like that. He put a big potpourri pouch down the front of his pants. And then the director just liked it.
So tune in next week for useless things about useless information that you don't want to know with Professor Sage Black.
I mean, I'm sure all the ladies want to know about David Bowie's ball sweat.
Rest in peace, David Bowie.
Oh, rest in peace. And he worked up until the day of his death, basically.
He did. He was recording an album.
Yeah, he finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They actually filmed 1 or 2 music videos for it,
Yep.
and then he passed.
Good stuff.
Anyway, that's our number 4. Let's move on to number 3.
Number 3 for me is The Fellowship of the Rings, The Lord of the Rings.
It's not the best out of the series.
It's the best.
It's not the best
It's the
out of the
best.
series.
It's the best. It starts it off. It kicks it off. You got Boromir being a boss. You got the introduction to all the characters. It's the best.
I mean, 2 Towers is better.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm just waiting for that vodka to kick in.
2 Towers is not better than Fellowship of the Ring. It's not better on account of the fact that it's not better. Because I said so. That's how it works.
You kicked your beer.
Fuck.
That's going to get messy later.
Just a little.
Just a little. Okay, so that's his number 3. My number 3 is Willow.
See, I love Willow.
Willow's a great movie.
I love to knock you after that Fellowship of the Rings knock, but goddamn, Willow is a good fucking movie.
You got Val Kilmer playing a boss, because Mad Mardigan is just a great character. You had...
it's honestly one of his best characters, if not his best character.
No.
Yeah.
Doc Holliday.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's the best Doc Holliday we've had. Don't try me. Don't even. Don't even.
I'm one of those.
Nope.
I'm one of those guys
Nope.
that really liked
Nope.
Dennis Quaid.
Fuck out of here! What the fuck?
Come on, I can do Dennis Quaid's whole entire speech about being a dentist. It's a phenomenal speech.
No one gives a fuck if you wanted to be a dentist.
I mean, whatever. Either way, Willow. Watch Willow. It's a great movie. Anybody who's actually watching this video probably already knows Willow's a great movie.
Probably does, because Willow is a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
We don't even have to tell you to watch it, because you probably already watched it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good stuff.
Anyway, so we can move on to number 2.
My number 2 is The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
It's a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's one of Heath Ledger's best movies. It's one of my favorite movies that he ever did, actually.
And you need to throw a special shout out to the 3 guys who took over his part.
Colin Farrell, Johnny Depp, and Jude Law.
They took all the money that they would have been paid for it and gave it to Heath Ledger's daughter and put it into a college account, I believe.
Yeah, some sort of trust fund type thing.
Yeah, trust fund.
But it worked out great. They wouldn't have been able to fucking make the movie without that specific trio of men who came forward, because they actually requested to finish the movie for him.
Yeah. They pushed it because they wanted to see it done. Because I think they had all gone up for that role that Heath was playing.
Yep.
And when they found out that he passed away and that the movie hadn't finished filming, they're like, this needs to be done because the movie needs to be shown.
But it's fucking great. It should have had a much bigger release, and I don't know why it didn't, because they could have capitalized more. I don't know.
I think they were too afraid of using the tragedy of Heath Ledger's passing as a motivation to see the film.
I guess, but it definitely worked favors for The Dark Knight.
I mean, that was a great version of the Joker.
Well, we could do a top fucking 5 Heath Ledger movie, and Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus will definitely be in mine.
Probably be in mine too.
See?
But I'd have some weird ones from him also. And Brokeback Mountain would not be in it.
Brokeback Mountain's a great movie.
Fucking God.
Anne Hathaway naked, Michelle Williams naked. Multiple times in both.
Yeah, but I can't get on the dude on dude shit.
Yeah, but they don't really go into graphic detail with that. They go into fucking, like, fuckfest with the women. Anyway.
Either way, my number 2 is Legend. Legend's a great fucking movie. It's got Tom Cruise. Cinema Gold. Tim fucking Curry.
Fuck you! Oh.
No. Argue with Tim fucking Curry.
I think we've already established that Tim Curry is kind of a trump card, so.
Really? In so much fucking trouble. What's your number one? Maybe the vodka's kicking in already. Breathe. We got all day. It's not like we got anything else to do.
My number one. Woosah. My number one is The Golden Compass.
It's a decent movie. I don't know if I'd put it in my top 5.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, you would.
Actually, no, I wouldn't, because it's not in my top 5.
Shut the fuck up. You wish you could have.
Not really, no, because I love my number one.
Your number one. Let's hear your number one, because it's not as good as The Golden Compass. Golden Compass has fucking Sam Elliott. When Golden Compass is the one movie that I actually saw in theaters opening weekend. Went to see it because I wanted to see it for the longest time. The girl I was seeing at the time, she wanted to see it, so we went there opening weekend, saw it. As soon as we left, the movie theater we saw it in was in a mall, and there was a Barnes & Noble across there. And after I saw the movie, I walked over to Barnes & Noble and bought the book.
And
Never
was
has that
promptly
happened.
disappointed in the book.
That's fair, but it doesn't matter because it just shows how powerful that movie was. I fucking loved them.
And then the Catholic Church shut it down.
Catholic Church shut it down. In fact, yeah. But fucking awesome. Brilliant movie.
Anyway.
Really sad we didn't get the sequels.
Well, you're getting the show now.
The show's not as good, though. It wasn't cast as well. Nothing against James McAvoy, but Daniel Craig is better fit for the role.
You just have a hard on for Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is a fucking boss, bro. He's my favorite Bond.
I loved him in Layer Cake.
Layer Cake? Oh, yeah! I haven't watched that in fucking probably 10 years, man.
Anyway, my number one is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
No.
It's a Terry Gilliam film. It's got all the guys from Monty Python. Well, a couple of the guys from Monty Python. It's got Robin Williams. It's got some great characterizations. It's a phenomenal story that the cheap set pieces were done on purpose just to make it cheesy on purpose. It's all that is on purpose.
I get that it's on purpose, but it doesn't transfer well over time.
Yes, it does.
No.
You get to see Uma Thurman's nipple, and I know how much you love Uma Thurman.
God, I love Uma Thurman. I remember that scene. I remember the movie. I haven't watched it in, like, give or take a few years, but it's...
I watch it at least once a year.
You don't have a fucking Lord of the Rings movie on your fucking top 5!
I've got Willow. I got Beastmaster.
Beastmaster definitely has to be on the top 5. But Lord of the Rings, bro. You have a top fantasy movie without the biggest selling, like, fantasy film series of all time.
Yeah, and I do like the movies, don't get me wrong. I do like the Lord of the Rings movies. All of the Tolkien movies I really get into. I love the old animated ones, too. These are my go-to fantasy movies. They're the ones I watch first when I want to watch a fantasy movie.
Well, you got 2 decent ones on there.
I've got more than 2 decent
Okay,
ones.
maybe more than 2 decent ones, but not worthy of top 5.
But anyway, those are our 2 top 5s, and mine, like always, is better.
No, mine's the right top 5. His is like the dollar store version of a top 5.
Don't listen to him, because remember, he just tried to down a bottle of vodka.
Hey, I did pretty good on that vodka.
We had to sit here and wait for you to catch up with us.
Whatever.
Anyway, if you like the video, go ahead and throw a like on there. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Go ahead and throw down your top 5 fantasy movies in the comments.
Yeah, I want to know everyone's all-time favorite top 5, because I know it's not The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
You might be surprised how many people put that as their
Nobody's going to put that as there.
I know at least 3 people who would.
I think you can suck a dick.
Either way, those are ours. Let's see yours. Like, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.